So the next concept is about significant figures. I think I should have talked about this at the starting of the class of the topic numerical methods. Okay, I think you must have done all these things in your intermediate chemistry or physics. Okay, you know about significant figures. Okay, so I wrote few examples and wrote the corresponding numbers. Okay, so uh, you know some rules on significant figures, right? Any non-zero number is to be counted treated as a significant figure. So if I write 2647, four non-zero digits are there. Therefore, there are four significant digits or four significant figures in this number. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when come to this, zero is significant if it is in between two significant figures. Okay. So 2 and 4 are significant. So 0 in between two significant figures. Therefore, this is also to be treated as a significant figure. Therefore, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are four significant figures. Okay. And here also, okay, uh, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Four significant figures are there. And here, if the magnitude is 0, if the magnitude is less than 10, okay, so there is no 0. This 0 is not in between two significant figures, and this 0 also not in between two significant figures. But this 0 is after decimal point. Okay, so zeros after the decimal points are counted. They have to be treated as a significant figures, but this point cannot be treated as a zero because the magnitude is less than 10. So in this case there are three significant figures. Okay, 0, 4, 7, these are the three significant figures. Whereas here you see 1, 2, 3. Trailing zeros are insignificant. So how many significant figures are there? Three significant figures. Trailing zeros are insignificant. Okay. So 2, 6, 7, 2, 0, only four significant figures are there. Whereas here you see the magnitude is more than 10, and zeros between any two significant figures are also significant. Therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are six significant figures are there. So that is how you can identify the number of significant figures. Okay, and how this is useful, because when you are solving a problem using a numerical technique, you may be asked to give the solution correct to four decimal places. You may be asked to find out the solution correct to four significant figures. Okay, so in this, if you're asked to find out the solution correct to four significant figures, in this case, how many significant figures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Significant figures means before the decimal value also have to be counted. So you may consider this as a solution corrected to four significant figures, or a solution corrected to three decimal places. Do you see the difference? The number of decimal places may be different from the number of significant figures. So read the problem 2-3 times whether the question is asked for the required number of significant figures, or for the required number of decimal places, corrected to number of decimal places. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please read the problem carefully, whether it is you want accuracy for significant figures, or you want the accuracy for number of decimal points. Okay, and there are some types of errors. Assume that xe is the exact value. Let us say xa is an approximate value of this exact value. Okay, so let us say xe is 10, xa is 9.8. Then what do you mean by absolute error? Absolute error is nothing but the difference, exact difference between exact value and the approximate value. So if I say this is 10 and this is 9.8, what is the absolute difference? What is the absolute error?
10 minus 9.8.
Point, tell me. Are you asking any doubt? Let us say xe equal to 10. XA is equals to XA is equals to 9.8. Then what is the difference? 0.2 only, no? That is going to be called as an absolute error. Suppose XA is 10.1. XA is 10.1 means difference is XE minus XA will be minus 0.1, but when you take the absolute value, it is going to be 0.1. Okay. And what is the relative error? Relative error is nothing but absolute error by modulus of the exact value. That is called relative error. Modulus of XE minus XA by modulus of XE is called relative error. When you are multiplying this relative error with 100, when you are multiplying this relative error with 100, that is called percentage error. Okay, so you may some people use percentage error. Okay, use percentage error to see the accuracy, of the convergence of your approximations. Did you copy? Hmm.
Complete the
Fine. Yeah. Understood.